Hi St. Mark families, friends, and guests. Did you know that our Children's Church program has served over 65 kids on one Sunday recently? This is such an amazing blessing, but we could use your help to ensure that we can not only continue reaching these children, but have room for growth. Children's Church is a time where kids get to learn about God's greatest gifts at their level. I'm wondering if you just have 1 hour a month to help kids love God and others. Worried you might not know what to teach? No fear. You do not need to be a Bible expert, just a person who loves Jesus and kids. Not sure you'll have time to prepare materials? Teachers use a curriculum called Simply Loved, and it's truly just keeping it simple. You select options that fit your time frame, add your authentic stories, and have a blast sharing God's story with kids. If you're interested in taking on a role as a lead teacher or an assistant teacher, please email me at Stevie.Whalen at stmarkministries.com. Now, let's hear from two of our current teachers and their experience with Children's Church.
Well, one of the things that we always talk about in church is finding what our talents are and how we can bring that back to the church community and then just the community in general. Since I was a young girl, I've always loved being around children. My mom had a daycare when I was growing up, so I've always been around them and always loved being hands-on with them. So being able to implement that now into my adult life and being here in church and bringing my own children to Children's Church and seeing how much fun they have when they're there, and then for myself now being able to be a teacher, it just fulfills us in a way that I didn't know.
I've been teaching once a month on Sundays, so the time commitment is not much. On Sundays, I get here about 8:15 just to kind of set up the room and make sure everything's ready. Then I'm here until church is done, and then I get the room cleaned up. So it's only a few hours, once a month on a Sunday. So for the teacher's aid commitment, it's only about 45 minutes, half hour, just when church is dismissed for the Children's Church to when church is over once a month, or whenever you can help out.
To feel comfortable in Children's Church, I think that there is really a position for anybody who has desire in their heart to want to inspire children and bring God's message to them, because whether you are wanting to lead Children's Church, there's a place for you there. If you're wanting to just be a volunteer where you're hands-on in the room, kids needs help cutting a circle or helping with the craft, or maybe just giving an extra reminder, this is the time where we open our ears and we listen to the message, or now it's our time to get up and get the wiggles out of our toes. If you love to sing, if you love to dance, there's a place for you in Children's Church where we can use extra help.
My favorite, I love seeing the joy on their faces as we're talking about a story or doing different things, the excitement the kids have when we're singing songs and dancing. Or when Buzzly Bee comes on and they're all excited to see Buzzly Bee on the video because they just love Buzzly and they get to act like a bee. My favorite is when the kids tell their parents that, oh, Miss Jessica was being really silly today, because I feel like that really touches them, and I know that they were paying attention, and hopefully they'll take some of what we learned and take it back to mom and dad at home and things like that, so that they can learn a little bit about the message.
I'm a CPA, so for me to come in as a teacher, I'm just finding ways to use my God-given talents. Although I love numbers, I also love being around children. So being able to inspire them with the message and give them something to take home, I think that you don't need a specific degree or background to really be able to find a place in Children's Church.